2023 will be remembered as the year of the Tesla Cybertruck. Then finally, one of history's most anticipated and contentious automotive designs enters production at Giga Texas. Evidence points of a Tesla Cybertruck debut in 2023. It has been a long time since the initial unveiling event in 2019. Since then, a lot has changed with his electric pickup truck, primarily for the better. Elon Musk has stated that he wants the Cybertruck to showcase Tesla's cutting-edge technology, similar to making a truck and a boat in one. So let's talk about how it will appear and how the Cybertruck will not just live up to its expectations. Instead, they push the frontiers of vehicle design to an entirely new level. Let's start with the known and unknowns before we get into the odd stuff. We can already say that the initial Cybertruck spec sheet from 2019 is no longer valid. Tesla last updated its website months ago. However, Elon Musk has revealed that the top-tier Cybertruck will feature a 4-wheel steering and 4-wheel all-wheel drive. These are critical characteristics to have, not only for the performance advantages they provide in extreme use cases such as off-roading, but also to make this vehicle more accessible to a larger spectrum of drivers. We also know that Elon Musk's primary purpose with his consumer products is to create things that people enjoy, so making the device as user-friendly as possible fits right in. Driving a huge car without these technological advantages is no longer impossible. Plenty of guys crowd around in Ford F-350 pickups, but if you put the average car driver behind the wheel of one of those vehicles, they'd probably prefer to change their trousers than to try to find a parking spot. 4-wheel steering solves much of this difficulty, which is why GM included it in the Hummer EV. It's a massive vehicle platform comparable to the Cybertruck. I'm not sure how they compare, but they appear to be roughly the same size. With 4-wheel steering, this beast may reach a turning radius comparable to that of a car or compact SUV, or even better, diagonal crab walk mobility. So, whether the Tesla is driven manually or autonomously, awkward 3.4-point or even 5-point turns will be eliminated when traversing tight surroundings such as parking lots or small roadways. The vehicle will simply go anywhere you point it. The decision is to upgrade the 4-motor all-wheel drive serves the same purpose. Rivian has already employed this 4-motor drivetrain for their R1T, built as a weekend warrior adventure truck, something equally enjoyable to drive in the city and the highlands, and avoiding getting stuck or sliding off the path and crushing is a huge part of keeping those weekend treks into the wilderness exciting. The Rivian's independent 4-motor all-wheel drive makes these tragic circumstances nearly impossible. Moreover, it appears to be a flawless method. If one of the wheels is in the contact with the ground, the truck will drive where you want it to go. We've seen the traction and stability that Tesla is capable of with 3 motors in the new plate vehicles. Every single Model S and X plat ever created hasn't already been crashed, which is a testament to how stable these vehicles are. The combination of the two in the Cybertruck will result in a vehicle that people will enjoy and be confident in driving in all circumstances and road conditions. Driving ability or expertise is less important when technology augments so much of the experience. So here's Elon's most recent release. The Cybertruck will also function as a boat. On September 29th, Elon tweeted, "Cybertruck will be waterproof enough to act briefly as a boat so it may cross rivers, lakes, and even calm seas." Unprompted, that just came to mind when he was dropping a deuce, and then he wrote, "Needs to be able to get from Starbase to South Padre Island, which entails crossing the channel." So that's very outrageous assertion. What we do know is that Tesla vehicles handle water well. We've already witnessed numerous incidents of them driving through flooded highways like tanks while average vehicles die in the water. This is because combustion cars have tailpipes. If these become clogged with water, CO2 cannot escape the engine and the combustion process is halted. These flood water capabilities have also demonstrated that Tesla battery pack and electronic architecture are waterproof to the extent of not shorting out even when submerged. Can a Tesla float? That's all due to relocation. An object will float as long as it displaces a mass of water equal to or greater than its mass. The Cybertruck has the benefit of being extremely long and wide. That has a similar shape to a barge, which we know we can float a large amount of material, thus it checks out. But it will be watertight enough, because if water begins to leak into your object, the mass will grow, causing the displacement equation to flip and thing to sink. Don't tell your insurance provider what happens since you will be blocked from all life coverage. Elon wants his vehicle to cross the water canal that connects his Starbase rocket testing facility to the nearby island of South Padre. This makes logical given that South Padre is the most densely populated neighborhood near Starbase. However, as it is, they must drive around the world in a large circle that takes a little less than an hour to complete. Elon could get to town in around 20 minutes if he cut straight through the 500-meter channel. Elon added that he would use an electric propeller on the tow hook to enhance the marine velocity of the Cybertruck, or he might develop a wheel hub that can generate considerable thrust. The ability of the Cybertruck to be genuinely waterproof heavily depends on how the body is constructed, which we are still learning about. We know that the Cybertruck will always have an exoskeleton-based unibody design. This is unusual for any vehicle, but especially for a pickup truck. Most vehicles currently have a unibody design, which means that the vehicle's top body and the bottom frame are combined into one structural mass. They disperse the load that the car encounters, and because the load is distributed across several parts, no single part needs to be particularly robust. Pickup trucks are distinct in that they have a body-on-frame design, which means that the body and the frame are not integrated. Instead, the body is simply slid into the frame and bolted down. They do this mainly because pickups must be modular in design. There are two numerous applications for a pickup truck: a truck with a long bed and a short two-door cab, or a long four-door cab with a long bed. Truck platforms must be adaptable to commercial uses such as tow truck or flatbed. As a result, pickup frame must be extremely sturdy to stand alone in heavy load scenarios such as towing. There are several unibody trucks, although they are more in the Rivian class. Weekend warrior Avengers vehicles are not considered to be proper utilitarian work vehicles. Tesla intends to appeal to both sides with a Cybertruck. The massive stainless steel body is built to be extremely tough and withstand legitimate, demanding labor circumstances, and the exoskeleton will allow the Cybertruck to go beyond the limits of traditional body-on-frame construction. The vehicle's exterior shell is dead weight, even its unibody design where the upper body provides structure. The panel has no purpose in carrying the weight, although the Cybertruck has these large triangular-shaped steel panels. Even non-engineers understand triangles are powerful forms and steel is a strong material. As a result, the outside shell of the Cybertruck can serve as load-bearing portion of the construction, increasing the weight distribution across the vehicle body. As a result, the conventional heavy-duty underframe of a pickup truck is no longer required. It even eliminates the requirement for most of the upper body structure found in a car. This reduced the total weight and design complexity, making the truck cheaper and easier to produce. On a similar line, we know that Tesla is incorporating two of its cutting-edge design technologies from the forthcoming Model Y into the Cybertruck: the Giga casting and the structural battery pack. The structural pack comprises 4680 steel shield cylindrical battery cells sandwiched between two metal plates and filled with structural foam to form a solid bricks in the vehicle's core that function as both the battery and the frame. It's extremely rigid since it's made of a metal box filled with a metal cylinders packed tightly with a plastic foam filling all spaces within the box. It is unquestionably waterproof, and it's most likely bomb-proof. Tesla will connect that structural battery with two solid Giga casting to finish the underbody frame. Giga casting is the ability to form liquid material in a massive mold to construct a vast portion of a vehicle in a single piece. As a result, the entire frame part in front of the battery will be a single casting, as will the complete frame section behind the battery. On a standard car, such as the Model Y, the front and back are made with the same machine because they are roughly the same size. That's die casting machine weighing 6,000 tons. However, when we look at the Cybertruck, we see that the front is quite short. However, the back end is extremely lengthy, so Tesla had to order an even larger version of the world's largest casting press. The Italian IDRA Corporation has recently finished a 9,000 ton of Giga press. They demonstrated a complete machine this summer and have already begun delivering it to Tesla for final assembly in Texas. At least one batch of components for the new press has already arrived in the United States, with more on the way. This equipment are large, roughly the size of a tiny home, and include the melting furnace. The press and extraction are combined into a single self-contained operation, so it will take some time for Tesla to get this set up, tested, and calibrated for use on the Cybertruck production line. Now, thank you for reaching this point. Make sure to finish this video to know more. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel, and like, comment, share, and hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos like this. Here are two crucial things about which we know very little. When will these vehicles be available, and how much will they cost? The tricky thing about Elon Musk is that he almost always wrong about predicting timelines. He runs on a schedule that is very roughly twice as fast as the actual human capacity to achieve his goals. However, we can only report on what he claims to be accurate in any particular time. The Cybertruck is expected to enter production in 2023, likely around the middle of the year. I'll let you in on a little secret that may or may not be Elon Musk speaking more. However, when we examine the facts, we might conclude that Elon is closer to being correct than ever before. For example, the plant where the Cybertruck will be manufactured, Giga Austin, is already operational and produces Tesla automobiles at ever-increasing volumes. That was never the case in Elon's earlier timelines, but it is now. In addition, the 9,000-ton Giga press is finished and on its way to operating on the manufacturing floor. That was also never the case when Elon made delivery dates. If the press is required to manufacture the truck, you could never have made the vehicle before the press. Third, Tesla is producing their new 4680 battery cell, which is the key to realizing the structural battery pack. To achieve stiffness, they require large diameter cells. The production of the particular battery did not begin well, but now that the corporation has had a year to work through the process, they appear to be doing an excellent job of smoothing out the kinks. Nonetheless, they still have another 6 months or so to truly get together in time for the Cybertruck manufacturing run, so that also doesn't seem too far-fetched. With a 4-wheel steering, 4-motor drivetrain, boat-level waterproofing, and the tremendous effect of price inflation on the cost of products, this will not be 69 grand, I can assure you of that. What do you think the ultimate price of the Cybertruck will be even orders are eventually taken? Feel free to answer in the comment section, and remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for more updates. And that's it. Thank you for watching. But before you leave, did you know why the all-new 2023 Toyota Prius shocks the entire car industry? Well, if you want to know more, just click and watch this video here. See you there!